Dear students, parents, teachers, and friends of ISH, can you believe that this day is here? The final day of school and the 54th time in our school's history that a day like this has come. It is a time to celebrate the accomplishments and the learning of each and every one of you. While it is stating the obvious that students are the focus of learning here, it is important not to forget that we are all learners. Parents and teachers are continually learning, and students, you need to remember that every experience you have, whether it seems positive or negative, it should be treated as an opportunity to learn and grow. This year, we have seen our mission of learning to make a difference come alive in so many ways. I invite each of us to continue to embrace that purpose and live to that ideal. Students, you are the architects of the future of our planet, and your job is to learn as much as you can to make the world a more caring and peaceful place to ensure it stays that way for years to come. This year started off uneventfully, but ended in the most profoundly unexpected way possible. COVID-19 has turned our world upside down. However, in true ISH fashion, we planned and prepared, adapted and delivered something no one thought possible. Frustrating and difficult for many, we nevertheless came together like never before to be supportive and creative and caring. This year has been a very busy year and saw a few historical firsts. It was the first time our students, with the support of our teachers, engaged in learning online and at a distance. It was the first time that many parents stepped into the role as teacher and realized just how difficult that role can be to do well. It was the first time to have a virtual graduation and a virtual yearbook that you're receiving today. It was also the first time that the campuses remained closed for more than a day or two. Even apart from those experiences, ISH has been a hub of activity and learning all year. And we have finally come to the end where we can take a breath, step back, and enjoy a holiday break. Normally at this stage, we would have the rites of passage for kinder and grade 5. We are recommending these be done early in the new year, as they are important traditions that are valued by many. Earlier in the week, you saw the secondary and lower school assemblies. Thanks go out to our transition team and Edna and Elisa for making those happen. Before we proceed, I would like to thank the ISH board members for their tireless support of the school. We appreciate the countless hours of voluntary work they put in on behalf of all of us. I'd also like to thank our PTSA members and all of our room parents who provided incredible support to create a strong ISH community and who helped with communication and community building during these past 3 months. Let us all thank our amazing teachers and support staff, the people who work so hard each and every day to help us achieve our mission, learning to make a difference. Thank you for everything that you do. Because of what they accomplished over the past 3 months, by leading learning in the worst possible conditions, someone recently described our teachers as superheroes. I couldn't agree more. I would also like to congratulate all our students for being committed to their learning and making ISH a special community, a community that values our differences and celebrates our successes. Every individual success is a success for all. The end of school years are both joyful and sad. They are sad in many ways because we must say goodbye to people who have touched our lives. Thank you to the staff, students, and parents who are moving on from ISH next year. Remember that you will always remain part of the ISH family. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I thank you for all the kindness and support you have showed the school and to me for the past 4 years. It has been a true pleasure to serve as the director of the International School of Havana and to contribute my small part in making this school such a special place. And now I'd like to welcome Miss Anna and Miss Georgie to award the Starfish Awards.
Thank you, Mr. Michael. I am going to read the story that goes with our Starfish Awards, which are a really, really important award. They really embody the mission of ISH, which is learning to make a difference. So, one day, an old man was walking along a deserted beach in the early morning. As he walked, he began to see in the distance what seemed to be a young man dancing on the sand. The closer he came, the more interested he became in the strange-looking actions of the young man. At last he could make out that the young man was not really dancing, but was in fact picking something up off the sand and throwing it in the sea. It soon became clear that what the young man was throwing was starfish. Finally, the old man caught up with the young man and asked him what he was doing. The young man replied that the starfish had been left behind by the tide that had turned, and the tide was going out, and if he did not save them, they would die on the sand. The old man thought for a moment and said, "But why do you bother? What you are doing doesn't make any difference. You cannot possibly save them all, there's not enough time." The young man bent down and picked up another starfish and gracefully moved towards the ocean and gently threw the starfish back into the water. "That's why I bother," he said. "I made a difference with that one, didn't I?" Recipients of the Starfish Awards have made a difference to us all in the school because of the kind of people they are. So I'm going to hand over to Miss Georgie, who's going to share the Starfish recipients for this year.
Thank you, Miss Anne. Okay, our first Starfish Award goes to Iris in Kinder 2, to Alicia in Grade 5, Sumin in Grade 4, Rogelio in Grade 3, John in Grade 2, Bridget in Grade 2, Gadea in Grade 1, Manuela in Grade 1, Diego in Grade 1, also from Kinder 2, Nicholas. From Grade 6, congratulations to Sophia. Congratulations to Putri, to Pal, to Edna, and to Alyssa. Congratulations to all of our Starfish recipients. So now comes the time for us to say goodbye, which is going to be slightly awkward and difficult, but it is part of living in and life in an international school. So I'm going to hand over to Mr. Barron, who is going to start us off.
Hello everyone, or goodbye everyone, I should be saying, I think, at this juncture. 9 years at the International School of Havana is quite a long time to be at an international school. And we have always looked forward to coming back after every summer to start a new school year. Unfortunately this year that is not to be, as we will be moving on to Amman, Jordan. The one thing that it's very important to me to get across how special this school is. It's the reason that we've been coming back to Cuba. As much as we love living in Cuba, our main focus for being here has always been the school. And the reason that the school is so special is because throughout all of the changes that we've been through in the last 9 years, including new campuses and new buildings and retasking old ones, one thing that has remained constant is the community and the relationships that have been built within that community. So to every single person in the community, I want to give you my thanks and thank you for welcoming me into this community. So with that, thank you very much, and I will pass over to Miss Georgie.
I can't believe it's been 9 years since Baron and I started to work and learn with this wonderful community. Even before our arrival from our on-site interviews months before we moved here, we were excited to be welcomed and included in such a warm, wonderful community. It has been a delight and a joy to get to know. I have especially loved being able to watch siblings come up through the school and welcome them. For the students who have come through lower school and the students whom I see around both campuses, thank you so much for making my days brighter with your smiles, your stories, and your successes in learning. I'm going to miss my office with direct access to the playground and have loved the many visitors who pop in to say hello on their way past. Please keep learning and loving learning. Miss Angela is a lucky principal to be able to guide you through the next phase of your learning journeys. To the parents and extended community, thank you so much for trusting us with your child's learning and for your partnership. As a community, we can and should be proud of our students and the learning that we have undertaken together. I wish you all the very best in the future and look forward to hearing lots of stories about your upcoming adventures.
So it's my turn to say goodbye, and I'll be the last one, so I'll be closing up our words to say goodbye to the community. I've been in Havana for 4 years, and I vividly remember, as Georgie has mentioned, that the first visit I made to the school, and I was just astounded by the warmth and the kindness of the people that I met, and the professionalism of the teachers, and the way the children just seem to love coming to school. Working here for 4 years has been an immense privilege, has been hugely challenging and demanding, and also just really fun. I have loved all of the time I've spent with the students. I have loved all of the time I've spent with the staff, and especially kind of working with the secondary team, who are just fantastic professionals and brilliant human beings. I think I will remember most that IS Havana wants to learn to make a difference. I think that is something that will stay with me through life. I've seen it happen in the lives of our students, I've seen it happen in the lives of our parents, and I've seen it happen in the lives of all our staff. And it's an extraordinary thing that your vision in life is to learn to make a difference. So I encourage you to keep doing that, keep making that difference, and keep learning and enjoy the journey. It has been an absolute joy, ISH. So from the leadership team, over and out.